Man, I haven't hit the dab in like 6 years, right? When was the dab hot? I think it was like 6 years ago. I used to hit that thing like crazy. Oh my god. Oh, woo. Still got it. Still got it. All right. Kind of went through my list here. I was under the assumption that this list was already burned through a couple of times, but I'd forgotten, I failed to remember that as I was calling through this list for like the second time, I was adding fresh data. So there's a big chunk of people. Everybody's been tried at least once, but there's a huge number of people that have only been tried once, and then a handful of people have only been tried twice. So got about 100 plus properties to about 150 properties to call through right now. So hoping to pull a decent amount of contacts out of them, and if it's my lucky day, maybe a lead or two. Shit, never know. Never know. But gonna do this for probably maybe an hour, 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Do this for about an hour, and then maybe a little less, like 45 minutes, and then I gotta go eat something, eat lunch. Then once I'm done with lunch, I'm gonna come back on. I'm gonna give for the agreement that I have, I'm gonna give the tenant slash daughter a call. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping that she has held up her end of the bargain over the past few days and has communicated with her boss at work to determine what her schedule will look like over the next few weeks, so that she can coordinate with me when the best time for my property specialist to get sent out to the property is. I'm hoping, ideally, I don't think it'll happen, but ideally, he can get out there this weekend. Um, she's just really embarrassed about the condition of the place. It sounds like it's probably like borderline hoarder, maybe not even borderline, like more so like leaning towards hoarder than anything else. She said, I don't know if you guys watched the other video that I have up of me. It was like a 45-minute video of me just talking to this one woman, kind of feeling her out, figuring out the situation. She let me know that she actually lost her husband a few months back, and she slipped into a state of depression, which is preventing her from really keeping up with things like hygiene, and obviously upkeeping the property is what the focus of the conversation was surrounding. I mean, yeah, she didn't really mention anything hygienic, but I'm assuming that that's also being affected because she's living in a place that is not well kept. She mentioned mold. She mentioned not being able to get into her bedroom for months now because it's just so jam packed with stuff. She mentioned that the room add-on in the back is like falling off the foundation, damn near the electrical. I mean, the place just isn't. It doesn't sound suitable for living. Um, she has a dog and a 15-year-old son in there too. So yeah, that's what's going on with her. Like I said, the last time I spoke with her was Tuesday. It's now Friday. What she was supposed to do over the last few days was talk with her boss and figure out when the best time is going to be to send my guy out. She works night shifts too, so it's a little more difficult. I'm having to catch her either on her off day or like um, mid to late afternoon. where, or like early to mid afternoon, where she's waking up from her night's sleep but hasn't gone into work yet. So gonna have to jump through. Okay, this is gonna jump through a couple hoops, but feeling good about it still. Feeling really good. Called the father, the seller, back like an hour or two ago, just to kind of check in with him, give him an update on what me and her had spoken about. He didn't answer, and he didn't text back. A little bit of a concern there, but not too much. I'm not really reading into it. He seemed really excited about it. Throughout the process, it seemed as if I'm the only person that they spoke with about selling the property. So I'd be lying if I said that wasn't in the back of my head. A little bit of nervousness about somebody else reaching out to him, because as long as the property is salvageable and it doesn't have to be torn down, as long as the bones are good, this is a really good deal for me. A lot of spread on the deal. Looking at a pretty sizable assignment fee. So I'm going to be quite selective about who I'm sending this out to, just to see if I can get some buyers to bite before I end up blasting it out to everybody. Because the last thing I want is for somebody to reach out and try to backdoor me. Now, something that I'm going to implement, I know a lot of people who are watching this who are familiar with the process are probably thinking to themselves, why don't you file a memorandum? For me, it just doesn't seem morally or ethically correct. I don't have the means to close on the property. And at this point in time, I don't know, even if I were to raise private capital or get a hard money loan or anything like that in order to actually close on the, because you can always say that, right? I'm telling myself well, I don't have the funds to close on it if I wanted to. Well, then, the workaround to that is, there are always hard money loans, lenders, private money lenders. There's people out there who will fund the deal for me. But at this point in time, I don't know if it's even worth funding, because I haven't gotten eyes on the property. I still need to confirm, again, whether or not the place needs to be torn down. If it needs to be torn down, I think I could be in that ballpark of where I'm at. I would need a slight reduction in order to get a decent wholesale assignment fee. But I'm really hoping that that's not the case, and I'm putting all the vibes out there that it's not. So, hello. Hi there, Mr. Oliveris. I'm sorry, I was looking for the owner of a property on Randall Street. Do I have the right number here?
No, sure don't.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Who is that?
I'm sorry?
Well, you got a realtor or something?
I'm sorry?
Are you a realtor?
No, it's just my partner and myself. We're looking to pick up a few properties in the area, so we're just reaching out to some select home buyers, seeing if there's any interest in selling.
Oh, okay. No.
All right. Well,
I keep getting too many phone calls for somebody want to buy that property, and I wish they stopped calling me, because it's not me.
Yeah. I'll be sure to remove you from our list here so you don't get any calls from us anymore.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time. Have a good one. So, and again, even when it comes down to the private money and the hard money lender, it's not something that I'm wanting to do anyway. So I just don't feel that it's right to file a memorandum if I have zero intention of actually closing and taking down the deal.
Is not available.
Hello? So once I build up the bankroll a little bit, and it's actually an option that I'm considering, taking the deal down, maybe double closing or wholetailing, buying it and putting it up on the market after a quick clean out or whatever, trash out, clean up. Once it gets to that point in my career, I will consider filing memorandums. But at this point, I'm relying on the rapport that I have with the seller, because I, again, just don't think that it's morally and ethically correct to cloud title if I have zero intention on actually taking the deal down. But what I'm wanting to do is something that I saw somebody, I'm trying to remember who I saw post this. Oh, I think it was just in a Facebook group that I'm in. The creator of the group hopped in there and provided her insight on this exact situation. What she was saying is you can file an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, or something that I was unfamiliar with.
Please leave your message for
an NDNCA. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Torres?
Bueno.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know that this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Randall Street. I'm counting that as a contact, not interested. Call me silly for doing that, but that's what I do. If I acknowledge that it is them, and they, acknowledge that it's who I'm looking for.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Hey, you have reached Lydia. I'm not here yet.
And they only hang up once I
Sorry, but the person you called has a
only hang up once I mention the property. Obviously, I would like a little bit of confirmation that they are not interested, but I'm taking it in stride and kind of just assuming that they're not interested. If, again, only if they're going to hang up at that point, right? It's like, hey, is this Derek? Yeah, this is Derek. How can I help you? Hey, I was calling about a property I believe you own. Click. It's like, even if they
Your
don't.
call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 832.
I'm counting that as a contact. But yeah, the NDNCA, I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice mailbox that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.
NCNDA, non-circumvention, non-disclosure agreement, which will pretty much solidify. And this is something that you can just kind of include in like an offer, right? So like, here, sign this agreement that lays out the terms of the transaction, and then sign this NCNDA. All this says is that you are committed to me and I'm committed to you, and that you're not going to go behind my back and try to cut me out of the deal. So as long as you've built rapport, and I'm thinking to myself, if I would have done that this deal. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hi, is this Maria? And if that's the case, I'm just counting it as a bad number. If they hang up on me, they hang up on me once I ask if it's the person I'm looking for, I'm going to count it as a bad
Your
number.
message for 8.
Because they're hanging up because I'm not the only person who has called and asked for that person. I'm not the only person who has called and asked for Maria, and whoever that is sick and tired of people calling and asking for Maria, because it's clearly not the right number. So, or at least 99% of the time, I'd imagine it's not the right number. But yeah, the NCNDA, I would imagine that any seller is, if they've gotten to the point where they're signing an agreement with you, I would imagine that you've built enough rapport, or I have built enough rapport to the point where slipping this NCNDA agreement in there is just kind of the cherry on top. It's not, shouldn't cause too much friction. I wouldn't imagine it to. And if it does, then it's probably not somebody that you're wanting to deal with anyways, because they probably in the back of their head were plotting on how to cut you out the whole time, or not really jumping in head first with you and kind of putting one foot in, one foot out.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Vasquez.
Uh-huh.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know that this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Randall Street.
Tell me what happened?
I'm sorry?
What happened? What happened?
Yeah, I was just calling about a property I believe you own on Randall Street, and I just wanted to give you a quick call, and I wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there.
No, I don't know. I don't have no signs of that.
No, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. I don't know if you heard, but it was like he didn't really know what to say right there. He wanted to say no and he wanted to be smart about it, but it sounds like he might have considered it in the past. He was like, "Oh no, I don't know. I mean, I don't see a for sale sign up there." So it's like, all right, never mind, man. But yeah, that NCNDA agreement is probably something that I'm going to look into and utilize in the time being before I feel comfortable actually filing memorandums on properties. And I think again, that will only happen once I've built the bankroll enough to where I feel confident and comfortable in my own financial means of saying, hey, if I really need to buy this property, I will, and I'm able to do it comfortably with my own money. I don't want to have to even entertain any. I mean, unless somebody's like wanting to partner or something like that, but I'm not wanting to like. I really don't have any interest on using a hard money loan. At most in the beginning, I'm going to look at transactional funding, which will allow me to double close. But I really don't have any intention on utilizing hard money, primarily because I feel a bit disconnected from the market because I'm doing it virtually. I'm across the country, halfway across the country. So it just doesn't. Right now, I'm not in a place where I feel comfortable. Right, but who knows? Later down the road, I might start feeling a little bit more risky. I'm sure I will. Again, once I build a bankroll.
Hello. We are not available now.
You know what I mean? Because right now I'm in California. I'm marketing to Texas. For some reason, it just doesn't feel right to me to be like taking a hard money loan in Texas. Not like it would matter if it was right down the street. But I guess I would feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that I was able to like show up to the property at any point in time to like manage a rehab or do anything like that. Just have some type of more hands-on involvement in the deal. Hello?
Please leave your message.
Whereas right now I'm pretty reliant on, partners or other people to be the face of my company out there. Pretty low contact rate on this. Yeah, pretty low. Sitting at probably like 5%. Friday afternoon. That's something that I haven't really been keeping tabs of.
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 8.
Is the days. I have a pretty good understanding of what time I should be calling in order to reach or get the highest like contact rate over there because they're 2 hours ahead. So for me, when I start calling at like 11 a.m. noonish, it's like 1 to 2 p.m. over there. I find that. Hello?
Please leave your message for 8.
I find that that's the best window to call them at their time, like 1 to 3 p.m. So it's 4 p.m. over there right now. This is when I start to find that it slows down a little bit when I've been dialing like through that time and I'm still on the dialer around this time of day. I sense that it starts to slow down around this time. But something that I haven't really been taking note of is which days of the week I get the best contact rate. I think that's probably because I'm not really on a tight set schedule myself. I'm really hopping on whenever I can. So until I'm able to
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Is this Leticia?
I'm sorry.
I was looking for the owner of a property on Johnson Street. Do I have the right number?
Sir, if there's not a sign and it's not listed, please don't call this number. It's not for sale.
Okay, completely understand. I appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you.
Bye. I really let those situations breathe, as you can tell. I'm not gonna like. It's the best way to say it. It's like the people who get overly sensitive about it, like she did. She wasn't that bad by any means, but they're those type of people are inviting you to get into an argument with them, and if you just remain positive and kind, it shuts it down. And I find that the best way to do that is just give them the space to vent. Don't say anything. In the past, or I've seen people do this as well. Like I could tell right when she took a breath and said, "Sir," I knew it was coming. So I just stopped. I let her finish her sentence, finish her thought. I don't even think she knew what she was getting ready to say. She was so flustered and her wheels were turning so fast. She almost wanted me to be like, "Oh, no.
Please leave your message.
Oh, no. Like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, but she goes, "Sir, if you don't see a for sale sign in the yard,"
Sorry, the mailbox is full.
I still hadn't said anything. And then she realized, like, oh, I'm the only one talking right now. And I sound really rude. And I don't even know what I'm saying. What I should have said was, "No, I'm not interested." She started giggling. You heard her. She goes, "If there's not a for sale sign in front of the house," it's like, "Oh, I get it. Thanks. Bye." But I found that that's the best way to handle that. One, give them the space to vent. And two, just respond with positivity and kindness. May sound quite obvious, but it definitely takes a bit of practice, intentional practice, right? Because like I said, it's like almost, in my old job, I hated the phones. Any of my old supervisors, they will tell you the same thing, that I was always being reprimanded for falling behind on my phone time. Just the best way to explain it. It was only a portion of the job, but it was what needed to happen first in order to progress through the leads, so to speak. So I needed to make contact with them before I could do anything else. And I would just lag. I would.
If I don't answer your call, means I'm not interested.
At the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording,
Okay.
you may hang up.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give you another call, anyways. But I was notorious at my old job for doing that, and I really don't like the phones. And I really did not like the phones because, hold on this. I'm calling this person back. Or not. I have this thing set to 4 rings, but sometimes it seems like it sits here forever. I really didn't like the phones on my last job. It was insurance, so I was dealing with a bunch of
Your call
claimants,
has been forwarded to an automatic voice
and
message system. Sorry, the mailbox belonging to 281.
They would be rude just to be rude. I don't know if anybody's worked in insurance or dealt with a claim themselves. If you have, I think I wouldn't expect that anybody watching this is
Hello. Please leave
falsifying claims, which is a felony. It's felonious, fraudulent insurance fraud. But that's what I was dealing with all day in California. It was workers' compensation, so it was going crazy. I mean, 50-50 chance the person that you're is filing the claim is lying and making it up. But that was something that you had to get over very quickly in the beginning of the job and start just passing out settlements. It was worth cutting a check for a couple $1,000s compared to, litigating it. And hey, Sergio. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Is this? Sergio? Hi. How's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Wafer Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to. 1116, correct. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call, and I wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there. You ever considered selling?
No, it's okay.
No? Okay, I appreciate you taking the call. I was feeling good about that for a second. Yeah, but that's why I hated the phones. I was dealing with a bunch of, and when they lied, I guess everybody can relate to this. They felt the need to over exaggerate and like they convinced themselves that if this was a real claim, if I was really in need of money, if I was really in need of medical care and they were dragging their feet on it, I would be upset about it. So I need to act that part. So it was like so many people. And the longer I worked there, the more complex claims I was working, and the people involved in those are even more nasty and rude. So I avoided the phone calls the best I could. And I was embarrassed too. That's something that I'm willing to admit now. The work setting was very compact. Like my cubicle was maybe a little bit bigger than my desk here. And then you had somebody on both sides, depending on where you were, you had up to, one person across, one person behind, two people next to them, two people next to you, and two people in the corners. You could have up to probably 10 to 15 people who can hear you on the phone when you're talking. Some people mastered the whisper, the whisper talk. I couldn't do that. I need to be talking like this in order to get my point across. And again, I'm willing to admit it now, but I was pretty embarrassed because, it's like the last thing that you want is somebody else to be, and it's not like they are intentionally eavesdropping on you, but it's impossible not to listen to somebody who's talking at this level, who's sitting no more than. Hello? Hi, I'm sorry. Is this Miss Schumann?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
Hi, I'm sorry. I was looking for the owner of a property on Wafer Street. Do I have the right number here?
Oh, you have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's impossible to not listen to somebody who's sitting no more than 5 feet away from you. And when it's one thing to have these conversations with nasty people, but to know that somebody's listening to you dealing with that, it really got my nerves and my anxiety going. And I avoided the phone like a plague. Like I would wait till people went away for lunch break or I would wait till we got one day to work from home. I would wait till my work from home day in order to run through all my phone calls. So I kind of took that into wholesaling, but I have since not fully overcome that. But hey, Peggy.
Hello.
Hello. I'm sorry. Is this Peggy?
No.
Oh, I'm so.
I keep telling you, there's no Peggy here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Quit calling, please.
I will. I'll be sure to remove you here. Thank you. So I have since. Hello?
Please leave your message for
overcome that
832.
majority of it. Still slightly Point of what I'm saying is I've felt my progress on the phones. That's for sure. I was, and it just comes with experience. I mean, if you have the muscle memory and know how to respond to objections, how to hold and carry yourself on the phone. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Jose?
No, this is Jerry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for the owner of a property on Center Streets. Do I have the right number?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
Bye. I need to start asking those people if they have any property. That's the kind of stuff that will make my marketing dollar stretch. I've already paid for this stuff, the data. I need to start maximizing it. Because I'd say probably like 75% of my leads come from asking if they have any other property after they say no about the property that I'm calling them on. Likely because based off of what I'm gathering, it seems as if right now this is like the most impacted this industry has been, especially with the hot market. So if I'm calling them on a property that's on a list that I pulled that hundreds of other people probably have on that same list. But if I can...
Hello?
Hi, Francisca?
Hello? No, it's your number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay, fine.
As I just said, I need to be asking. But yeah, so if I can call them, if I can get in contact with these people about the property that's on this list
Please leave your message
that everybody else has,
322.
but then maybe they point me to a property that they have that's not on any list, that's going to be the best, right? And that's happened a few times with me now. I'm imagining and I'm assuming that that second property is not on any popular lists, but who knows?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 772.
Yeah, still sitting around about 5% contact rate. This rate, I'm probably pulling.
Hello?
Hey, Carlos?
No.
I'm sorry. I was looking to get a hold of the owner of a property on Center Streets. Do I have the right number here? Nope. Nope.
We can answer the phone right now. Please leave your name and
That doesn't sound like the person I was wanting to get a hold of.
please leave your message for 28. Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Mark Mutters.
It's not available.
That is definitely not the person I'm wanting to get a hold of. Oof. All right. I'm gonna hit this for like another 11 minutes, 12 minutes. Just to kind of. Hello? Just to kind of round out this session at 45 minutes for the live stream. And then I'm gonna quickly just cut it and hop back on in a different stream to give that woman a call. Maybe a little early. I might catch her while she's sleeping, but.
Hello?
Hi, I'm sorry. Is this Jose?
Jose? Jose who?
I'm looking for Mr. Sylvester. Do I have the right number?
You got the wrong number, sir.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's something that I don't really know how to respond to. That's happened a few times because I think that was Tim.
Your call has been forwarded to a
Trying to figure out like the best way to
83.
approach that to like not come across too salesy, because that definitely was salesy.
Yeah.
Hey Gary.
Hello? Hey, Gary? Yes.
Gary, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Witter Street.
I would be interested. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for taking the call. But yeah, it's like I don't know what I can say in those situations.
Please leave your message for 832.
Because I also don't want to just jump to asking for the owner of the property, because that's like my last resort. I'll only ever ask. It seems like it may seem like I ask that a lot, but I'll only ever ask that if I can't pronounce the first or last name. Or if I ask for the first or last name and they say who, then I jump straight to, I'm sorry, I was looking for the owner of the property. Because I've found that if I say, hey, Maria, and they say who, it means that they heard who I'm asking for, but just want to clarify like whether or not I have the wrong number. Because if it was Maria, even if she didn't clearly hear me say her name, she would have heard me.
Hello?
Hi, Maria.
What do you need?
Hi, this is Derek. I'm sorry, I was calling about a property I believe you own on Harris Avenue.
Did you see a sign there?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Yes. When you see a sign, call me.
Okay,
We can make a good deal.
will do. While I have you, would you have any?
Good deal.
Would
We
you?
can make a good deal.
While I have you, would you have any other property?
Right now. Only when I wanted to sell it.
Of course.
Okay?
All right. I appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you.
I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, the first name. Like if I would have.
Once again, Aaliyah has not answered the phone. She's probably watching TikTok or ignoring you. They'll be.
What? Gist of what I'm saying is if I say somebody's first name, even if they don't hear me say it specifically, it's going to sound like it to them and they're going to know who that I'm calling the right person. So if they ever ask who after I say the name, I jump straight to, I'm sorry, I was looking for the owner of the property. And more often than not, they say you have the wrong number. If that makes sense. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Marcy.
Who's speaking?
This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Harris Ave.
It's not for sale.
Okay, completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling at the moment?
No.
No.
None of them are for sale.
Okay. Appreciate you taking the call. Bye. She said none of them are for sale, meaning she does have other properties. Looked like she lived in that one. The mailing address matched.
Please leave your message for. This is David. Please leave a message.
What the hell did she just say?
Called has a voicemail box that has not been sent.
Try to squeeze one more contact out to make it 10 on the day before I switch gears here. Been scrambling. I don't think I called it all yesterday. I just went in and did a bunch of driving for dollars. The apartment.
Carrier's voicemail system.
My apartment's been in generally just scrambling. We have a 1-bedroom place, so we're kind of just switching off who's in the living room, who's in the bedroom. The bedroom gets more privacy, obviously, and I'm able to come in here and close the door.
The Magic Jack customer you have called is unavailable.
But it takes some real cooperation and coordination between me and my girlfriend, and who's going to be tending to the dog if he needs something like that, or which is pretty much always. I got such a needy dog. So I'm all right with me falling off of the contacts a little bit. I said.
This is Debbie from his friend. Have a very blessed day. At the tone, please record your message. When you
I'm okay with falling off a little bit because I got the agreement signed, but that's something that I really am wanting to focus on is continuing to generate the leads while I get the ball rolling on that. Because I feel it, right? I got 75 contacts last week, which is really like what I want my minimum to be. 15 contacts a day, Monday through Friday, and go above and beyond that if I do decide to call on Saturday. And it's so tangible to me. I feel it that it wasn't a coincidence that I ran it up 75 contacts that week, and then my first follow-up call on Monday morning or Tuesday morning was when I got the agreement. It's just so black and white, so crystal clear to me that it was for that reason, because I talked to the woman. The first cold call that I ever called these people on was last week, and on my first follow-up got it locked up. So just really reassuring
automated voice messaging system. 7-1
to know that my efforts, there is a direct result.
Please leave your message for 83.
I make the calls, I get the contacts, I get the leads, I get the agreements. It all starts at the top. I'm going to call back here. Hi, I'm sorry, Victor? Hi, this is Derek. Sorry, yeah, can you hear me? Hey, yeah, I was calling about a property I believe you own on Maple Avenue. I was calling about a property that I believe you own over on Maple Avenue. I don't know if anybody speaks Spanish in here, but I knew what he said wasn't pleasant. I'm gonna call through these last 3 here.
Por favor, deje tu mensaje para.
And then call it quits, like I said.
Hello?
Hi there. Is this Lucila?
Hello?
Hi. I'm sorry. I was looking for the owner of a property on Maple Avenue. Do I have the right number here?
No, sir.
Oh, I'm
You
so
don't have any property, sir.
okay.
I'm homeless.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
I bet you they're not homeless and they're just being smart. Again, not gonna feed into it. All right, ended that right there. I'm gonna call it quits right here on the stream. Run it back real quick and give this woman a call. I got a few call backs while I was on the phone, but no voicemails. All right, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Peace.